Today's heading is on sequence and series. First, let us try to understand what do you mean by a sequence. Actually, we'll have the heading as arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Okay, so we'll have this term called as progression. Okay, what do you mean by the term progression? The general meaning for progression is it's moving step by step. Okay, just take this as a hint. It's moving step by step. Step by step movement is what you call as progression. Okay, step by step movement. So that's a major hint. But usually we use the term called as sequence only. Sequence means a particular arrangement. Okay, we arrange in a particular order. For example, let me take the students' attendance today. Gajendran, let me have G. Sorry, your name. Santosh, I'll have S. Abhishek. So A. Lokeshwari L. L. Srimati. So S. Okay. This is what you call as a arrangement. What type of arrangement is this? There's no particular order at all. I just started with Gajendran. I just went on with the offline students. Then I went for online students. Just a small arrangement. Okay. If I take this alphabetically, there is a particular order. For example, if I take alphabetically, you're strong with English alphabets, right? So which one comes first? So no guessing. Strictly A. For me also A. For you also A, right? Okay, A. Then G. L. That's L. L. 2S. So let me have S and S. Okay. If I have this as a different arrangement, that's also right, but this cannot have a different arrangement. You agree with me? Because it's given in alphabetical order, I have to go A, then G, then L, then only S. This is what you call as some type of a progression. Actually, when I say progression, we are talking mathematically, so I cannot talk with alphabets. Instead, I have to go talking with numbers. Okay. Let me go for a very simple example. 2, 4, 6. Next number. You can easily guess. 8. Next number. Goes on. Next number. First. Next number. Okay. It goes on. Next number. See? So easy. Actually, not so easy. Because it's just addition of two, it seems to be easy. This is what you call as progression. Because you can do it as AP, another one geometric progression, GP, and another one is harmonic progression, which is HP. Luckily or unluckily, fortunately or unfortunately, we don't have this in our syllabus. Okay, we have only arithmetic progression and geometric progression in our syllabus. You know these operations? What do you mean by arithmetic operations? You know arithmetic operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If I consider addition or subtraction, this follows with respect to arithmetic progression. If I follow multiplication or division, this follows with geometric progression. Simple part. Okay. Now come here. So when I have it's addition plus 2, it's addition plus 2, then what progression is this one? Arithmetic progression. In case if I have 2, 4, 8, probably you may guess the next number. Yeah, how you got 16? Into 2? Into 2? Right? Into 2? You get 16. Next number? 32. So this goes on. Okay. This you call it as geometric progression. Why? Because multiplication. So addition or subtraction, you'll say this is arithmetic progression. Multiplication or division, you say this is geometric progression. Let me go for a very small example for arithmetic progression where it involves addition. Okay. We'll take a very small example. 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Okay. If I take subtraction, for example, I take minus 2. 2, I subtract minus 2. Yes, what do you get? 0, can minus 2. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Yes, minus 2, minus 4. So, okay. Both are under APO. For example, if I take a GP where I multiply by 2. First one is 2. 4. I divide by 2. 2 divided by 2. 1. 1 divided by 2. 1 by 2. Again by 2. 1 by 4. How you get this 1 by 4? 1 by 2 is the earlier term. Divide by 2 because I have taken as division 2. So divide by 2. So this will become 1 by 4. Right? So these two series fall under geometric progression. These two series fall under arithmetic progression. Okay. So whenever we have addition or subtraction, will follow, or we call this progression as arithmetic progression. Whenever we have multiplication and division, we call this as geometric progression. Okay. Now come here. Today probably I'm planning to discuss with respect to arithmetic progression. Okay. We'll go in a slow and steady manner. In the next class, I'll go with GP. Okay. Uh, Compared to AP, GP is little trickier because it's multiplication, right? So whenever I need to find some values, I have to take square root and all, cubic root, nth root and all. So in that case, it will be little tricky with respect to number wise. Concept is dicto the same. Okay. So let me come here again with a very small example. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. Okay. This is the first term. Okay. This is the second term, third term, and so on. Somewhere in the middle, I'll have the nth term. Okay. Generally, I'll call as nth term, or this can be called as a general term. Okay. I'll tell you why. First term. Usually, we'll name the first term as A. Okay. Because we are taking the same difference. Why I call this as differences? How I get this 4? I add 2. How I get this 6? Add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2. So please check here. What is 4 minus 2? See, 4 minus 2, 2. Here, 6 minus 4, 2. 8 minus 6, 2. Wherever you find the number, two numbers, difference of two numbers will be 2. That's why this value 2 is what you call as the common difference. So what is the first A called as first term? Okay. The common difference will be given with the notation D, small d. Usually we use small d. So this small d is known as common difference. In my example, it's 2. It's called as common difference. So can you tell me the second term here? A plus D. Am I right? Third term. How I get the term? See, with this A and D, so I got A plus D. With this A plus D, I need to add D, which means A plus D is already there. Along with this, I need to add D. So what do you get? Sure, no doubt. Now tell me. Along with this, I need to add D, which is already I have A plus 2D. Along with this, I am adding D, which I get A plus 3D. So this is A plus 3D. Now tell me, which is the first term? First term. Second term. Third term. Fourth term. See, here's the beauty. If it is 3, you get 2, 3 minus 1. If it is 4, you get 4 minus 1, 3. Okay. If it is 2, 2 minus 1. If it is written D means it is 1D, right? Yes. No D is here, which means if it is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 D. Okay, let me go on. I'll go for the nth term. Yes, can you help me out with the nth term? Yeah. A plus, if it is 4, 4 minus 1. 3, 3 minus 1. 10, 10 minus 1. N, N minus 1 into D. This is what you call as the general term. Usually the representation for the general term will be Tn. Okay. You call this as general term or nth term or nth term. Okay. If this happens to be the last term, very rare case, we'll be calling this as L. L is the last term. This is in a very rare case. Okay. What's the formula for Tn here? A plus n minus 1 into. Is it okay? A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay. Let us check whether I'm getting D here. Here. Probably I need to subtract these two terms. What is this term? A plus D. What is this term? A. If I subtract, what you get? A plus D minus A. A and A will get cancelled. Yes, you're getting D. Let me take these two terms. This is A plus 3D. This is A plus 2D. Okay. So A plus 3D minus A plus 2D. Okay. So this will become A plus 3D minus A minus 2D A and A will get cancelled. 3D minus 2D. Yes, you're getting D. The common difference has to, why it's called as common difference? Common. Because it has to be maintained the same throughout the progression. That's why it's called as a common. So this is the main concept. So almost 50% of AP is done. That's all about AP. Further thing, I have to discuss the small contents on what type of problems we face here. If you want to make a note of it, yes, please. Yes. What is it? What is N? What is N? Always in mathematics, N is meant for cardinal number. If you go for statistics, is always meant for size, which is number of like frequency. Okay. So what is A? The first term. What is N? Number of terms present in this. For example, if I take 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 alone. So what is A? 2. What is N? 5. Why it is 5? Only 5 terms left. Okay. What is T3? T3 is third term. Okay. So what's the third term here? 6. Okay. What else we have to note here? D. What is D? Common difference, which is in this case it is 2. Okay. So no doubt here so far. So I'm going to consider the first set of problems where any three of the values will be given and you will be asked to find the other one. For example, let me take, this is a type 1 problem. This is type 1 problem. I'll give you a time to make a note of it. Just to listen here. First case. A is given. Okay. N is given. D is given. I'll put a tick mark, which means you know these three values. You're asked to find Tn. Can you find it? Yes, how you find it? With the formula A plus N minus 1 into D. You're comfortable? Now, case 2. A is given, N is also given, D not given, but Tn is given. You have to find D. It's the same thing. You use the same formula. Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. I want D value. D is unknown value. Usually in mathematics in equation format, what we do, the unknown will be kept in the left hand side. All others will be taken to the right hand side. So let me have D to the left hand side. So this will be N minus 1 into D is equal to Tn minus A. Am I right? This A I have taken to the other side. Okay. So this will now be D is equal to Tn minus A divided by N minus 1. What is Tn? We'll try to express in descriptive form. What is Tn? Nth term or general term. Sometimes if Tn is the last term, then we'll use last term. Okay, minus the first term divided by number of terms minus. This was often asked in the exams. They will not give the numbers. Instead, how you find D? They'll ask us the formula. You cannot find this formula in your material. It's not there available in chapter material because it's just a Tn formula is just shuffled to get the value. Okay. Shall I take over? This is second case. Now, next two cases. Case 3. Sorry, case 3. Yes, A given. Okay. N not given. D given. Obviously, Tn given. Yeah. How you find N? Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Again, N is the unknown one. We will keep this in the left hand side. Bring all others to the right hand side. So this will be N minus 1 into D is equal to Tn minus A. N minus 1 is equal to Tn minus A divided by D. So far is okay. Now, you want to find the N value. So this N is equal to this Tn minus A divided by D plus 1. Once asked in the exam, as this is the formula. They did not ask this one. They asked this one. How the question was this? What is this term? Nth term minus the first term divided by the difference. What you get? You will not get N. Instead, you will get N minus 1. Okay. So this is case 3. Now let me go for next case. Case 4. Yes, what would be case 4? A not known, N known, D known, Tn known. Yes, how can you find? Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. You want to find A, so have A to this side, all the remaining to the right hand side. So Tn minus N minus 1 into D. That's it. So this is set 1 or type 1 problem. What is type 1 problem? Any one of the cases will be followed. You can please make a note of it. If the concept is okay, you can refer problem number 1, 2 and 3. Yes, please. First problem from SSA material. Under arithmetic progression, this falls under category 1, okay? Find the, try to understand the problem, okay? Find the seventh term. Yes. What they're asking? Seventh term. What do you mean by seventh term? What is A here? See, this is the progression. They have given us arithmetic progression. So A is 8 here. Then D is 5 minus 8, which is minus 3. We have to be very careful. Second term minus the prior term. Okay. Then what else we know? We know the n value, seventh term. So we are asked to find Tn, which is we are asked to find T7 and n value was given to be 7. So what's the formula? A plus n minus 1 into T. Just substitute and find the value. That's it. Now let me go for second problem. Which term of the AP is this one? So this is the progression given. Which term is this one? Okay, so which means Tn is given. A already can take from this, which is 3 by root 7. D obviously you can guess, and it's given as AP. Okay, so this is 4 by root 7 minus 3 by root 7, which is 1 by root 7. Okay, you know the n value? No, you have to find the n value. And what is Tn? 17 by root 7. Okay, just substitute in the formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D and substitute and get the value. Okay, it's quite easy. In case this AP term is not given, what do you do? How will you find this is AP or GP? The hint is common difference. Okay. So if you check these three terms, what's the difference? 4 by root 7 minus 3 by root 7, which is 1 by root 7. If you check with these two terms also, you have to get 1 by root 7. Okay. And this problem is quite simple, because in the denominator, you find all the values root 7. Right? Did you guess? It's all root 7. Okay. And the value starts, the numerator value starts as 3, 4, 5 up to 17, which means 1 by root 7 and 2 by root 7 is not present. So it starts with third term and they are asking which term is 17. So this is two terms earlier, the answer will be 15. See, linear work out the full problem. This is the beauty of mathematics. Without concept also you can do wonders. But with concepts you can be more confident because they have negative markings for CA especially. So second problem done. Okay. Now come for the third problem. Actually, what is there unique in third problem is if fifth term and 12th terms of an AP are given, which is 14 and 35 respectively, you're asked to find the AP. What do you mean by fifth term? T5 is given. What is T5? 14. By formula, this is A plus 4D. You agree with me? Yeah. What's the formula? Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. 12th term is given, which is T12 is given to be 35. Okay. From the formula, A plus 11D. You're asked to find arithmetic progression. To have an arithmetic progression, you need to have A and you need to have D. If you have A and D, you can write any number of terms. So you need to find A and you need to find D. So we have two unknowns, To solve two unknowns, we need to have two equations. This is nothing but a simultaneous equation solving problem. Okay. No, no. It's not direct, like, so what was the value? Can you help me with the value? T5, right? T5 is 14, huh? Yeah, 14, which is A plus 14. Okay. And I think T12, right? Which is 35, which is A plus 11D. So you just take these two as the two equations. How you solve the equation? Let me subtract the equation. So this is A, this is plus A. So if I subtract, I can cancel. Okay, so this is minus, and this is minus. So what you'll get? A and A will get cancelled. This is minus 21. This is minus 17. Obviously, minus and minus will get cancelled. So D is equal to 21 by 7, 3. You told 3? You told D as 3? Okay. So D is 3. Okay. What is A? We can substitute over here. 14. A plus 4 into 3. Okay. So 14 is equal to A plus 12, and A is equal to 14 minus 12, 2. Okay. So D value is 3 and A value is 2. Okay. Now tell me, what is the progression? What is AP? 2, 5, 8, 11. Obviously, you're going to write an objective paper. Okay. So option A, B, C, D. From the options, you can find the answer directly. You need not work out so much of things here. See, if it is given like 2, 5, 8, 11. Another one problem is given as 3, 6, 9, because they want to confuse you. You do half of the problem and you find that D value is 3. In A also D value 3. Okay. In B also A value 3. So you may go for a wrong marking. But the hint is given. What is T5? 14. So obviously this number is going to be 14. So answer is C. To understand the concept is meant to give more confidence on selecting the answers. Okay. If it is A or B, no confusions, no, because you know the concept. It's not like trial and error and all. There is some concept behind it for following this. Yes, I can make a note of it. Now I'll go for second category of problem. I'll give the heading as type 2. Here we are following arithmetic progression. We can see the arithmetic progression beauty in terms of arithmetic mean. What do you mean by arithmetic mean? What do you mean by arithmetic mean? You just add the numbers and divide by the total number of values given. Uh, 2, 4, 6, 100. Next value, please. Okay. See now, take these three values. You will find that 2 plus 6 divided by 2 will be 4. You take these three values. 100 plus 104 divided by 2 is, you take these three values. You take any set of three values. Continuous three values it should be. Okay. What do you get here? Divided by 2 will be 668. This is what you call as arithmetic progression is connected with arithmetic mean. Okay. So if I take, for convenience sake, first is A, second is B, and third is C. I'm just taking three terms instead of taking A plus D, and A plus 2D. I'm taking A, B, and C. How can I write B here then? A plus C by 2. So if you have a progression in AP, which is arithmetic progression, then the middle term will be the average of the subsequent and the next term. That is preceding and the next term. So the middle term, what is B here? Middle term will be equal to, yes, middle term will be equal to preceding and the succeeding. Okay, you cannot call this as a first term, because in this case, this is not the first term, right? This is somewhat falling in the middle. Okay, so this is the preceding term and succeeding term. If you put it as a formula, preceding term plus succeeding term divided by 2, we can write it. Or if you are using in descriptive form, you write this as average of preceding and succeeding term. Okay, preceding and succeeding. Yes, I can please make a note of it if you want to. If you're okay with this problem, with this concept, you can refer problem number 4 and 6 from single material. Fourth problem and sixth problem. No, no, no. The same arithmetic progression. Ah, page number is 3.4. Yes, what is problem number 4? It's a very direct question. Find the arithmetic mean between 4 and 10. It will not look like an arithmetic progression problem. It will look like a normal direct statistic problem. Okay, how we find the arithmetic mean between two numbers? Add the two numbers, divide by 2. That's it. Sixth problem, insert 4 arithmetic means between 4 and 320. This is often repeated problem. Not with the same numbers, but with different numbers. Insert 4 arithmetic means between 4 and 324, which means there is a number 4. Okay. There's another number 324. We don't know whether this is the first number or last number. That's not given. But nothing is given prior to this one and last to this one. So we take this as the first number, which is A. They're asking to insert 4 arithmetic means, which means the 4 numbers has to be found out. Okay. And because they have used the term arithmetic mean is nothing but they are asking to form a arithmetic progression. Okay. If the question is insert for geometric mean, it will be a geometric progression. Okay. To form an arithmetic progression, we need two things. What are those? A and you know A here, 4. You don't know D. But obviously we know the other things. You know N. What is N here? What is N? Number of terms present in the series. Yes, 6. What is Tn? That is T6. 320. Yes, obviously you can find the other 4. Right? You take this as an assignment and you try on this. Because this falls like a type 1 category problem. Okay. Shall I go for the next category now? Okay. Third category. 6 alone. Actually, I have to try everything. 6 alone as an assignment. Okay. Next, we'll go for type 3. We'll go for type 3. Shall I take over? Type 3 is quite a different problem. A number will be given. Okay. And they will give some wording as divide the number. You have to divide as 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts. It will be mentioned. Okay. Everything will be mentioned. And also they will mention which type of a progression is this one. Probably arithmetic progression or geometric progression. These are the standard details that we provided. Along with this, a hint to solve the problem will be given. Okay. And you have to find the values. Let me go for this question. The fifth problem from single material. Try to understand the problem. Let me have the question on the board once again. Try to understand the problem. Yes, tell me. A number is given. What number is given? Divide 69 into 3 parts. So a number 69 is given. How to divide it? Divide into 3 parts. Okay. Okay. Which are in AP. It will be clearly mentioned because our syllabus is such a way defined. We need to have all the ideas, not in-depth concepts needed. Okay. So it is falls under arithmetic progression. Okay. The hint. What is the hint? Such that the product of the first two part is that is, you take the first term and multiply that with the second term, you get 483. Okay. No, actually not that. This is a unique problem. Instead of taking A plus D and A plus 2D, what we do here is we check whether it's 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts. If it is 3 parts, we'll take the middle term as A. Okay. The next term is A plus D. Obviously, the earlier term will be A minus D. Why it is A minus D? To proceed, we'll go for D plus D. To go in a reverse way, it's minus d. Okay, so if we add d with this, I'll get the next term. If I add, sorry, if I subtract d, there is a reverse operation I take. I take a minus d. Okay, what is given? Divided, this 69 is divided into three parts. So from this itself, I have a hint. I have a minus d plus a plus d is equal to 69. This is the hidden hint actually. Okay, you have to remember this. This will not be given in the question. These four things will be given. See, a number will be given. You have to divide as 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts will be given. And AP or GP is given. And along with it, a basic hint will be given. This will be the hidden hint. Because it is an arithmetic progression, we use this. If it is geometric progression, I may not use this one. Okay, I'll go for other order. So a minus d, a and a plus d. See, I can cancel minus d and plus d, right? So 1a, 2a and 3a. 3a is equal to 69. Okay. So a is equal to 69 divided by 3, which is 23. Now I take the help of this hint. What's the hint here? First term into second term is equal to 483. It's given in the question. Yeah, what's the second term? Second term is actually a. Okay, this is 23. First term is 23 minus d. I don't know the d value. This is given to be 483. So what's the d value? You can guess. Okay. Actually, this will be value 2. Because if we take two numbers multiplied along with, or you can take the help of the calculator. What is 483 divided by 23? 21. Okay. So this is 23 minus d is equal to 483 divided by 23, which is 21. Okay. Obviously, d value has to be 2 only. This is an easy guess. Is it okay? So what are the three numbers now? So you have to find the three numbers. The middle number is a. See, so far we have taken the first term as a. In this case, we have taken the middle number as a. So this value, the middle term is 23. Next to that is d value is 2, right? So this is 25 and the earlier value is 21. See, we need to check whether we are getting 69. Add all the three numbers. 21 plus 23 plus 25. Yes, 69 you are getting. You are divided as three parts. Yes. It is an AP. Yes, obviously plus d and minus d. It's an AP. And you multiply the first terms. You get, first two terms you get 483. Yes, you get 483. This is 21 into 23 is 483. So the problem is done. This is a very unique problem, often repeated. This question is often repeated with numbers. Instead of 69, they may give some other numbers. But there may be a specific case where you may be asked to find or not the values as a theoretical question, 4 parts and 5 parts. Okay. If you want to make a note of this problem, you can please make a note of it. And after making a note of it, I request you to go through this table. Okay. Can please go through this table. One second. For AP alone, we'll find out. Okay. So not this page. Yeah, this page. Okay. You are going to check. See, we have done for three parts. This is A plus D, and A minus D. Only for AP you do it. Okay. For 4 parts and 5 parts, I request you to check with these 4 values and 3 values. Anyhow, I'll explain it to you. Don't worry. I just want to have a small reference on this. This is asked theoretically. Values will not be given. They'll ask a number is divided into 4 parts. What's the structure of the 4 parts? So the question will be like this. Yes, can you please make a note of it? So the problem may be with respect to dividing a number into 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts. For convenience sake, I'm going to divide this as dividing as even numbered and odd numbered. which means they ask you to find as 3 parts or 5 parts. We'll go with the logic. The center number will be A. The center element or number what you are finding is A. The next will be A plus D, and the prior one will be A minus D. Okay, so this is what we had done here. A minus D, A and A plus D. If it is with respect to 5 parts, see, the center is A. Okay, so A, the next will be A plus D, the very next will be A plus 2D, and this side it will be A minus D and A minus 2D. I don't know how far you noted, we divided this 69 into 3 parts. So we got A minus D plus A plus D, and this D and this D will get cancelled, so that we are getting 3A is equal to 69. We are easily finding A value. And also if you go with this one, if you add these 5 values, minus 2D plus 2D will get cancelled. Minus D and plus D will get cancelled. Obviously you get 5A is equal to something. Easily you can find A. Now what happens with respect to this even number dividing, which means dividing into 4 parts? I cannot take directly A because I cannot easily cancel D. So instead of taking A, here we'll take as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 3D. See, we say it follows arithmetic progression. To say this is arithmetic progression, we need to have the common difference, right? What do you mean by common difference? The difference between the two consecutive terms should be same always. Okay. So if I take A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D, and the very first one to be A minus 3D. Let me take two terms, two consecutive. These two. What's the difference? Yes, please join with me. A plus D minus A minus D. Okay. Yes, minus A plus A will get cancelled. So I'll get D. This minus of minus D will be plus D, which is 2D. Okay. Likewise, if I consider these two, I should get 2D only because it's an arithmetic progression. So this is A plus 3D minus A plus D. So A and A will obviously get cancelled. 3D and minus of pluses minus D, which is 2D. Yes, I'm getting 2D. Likewise, you can check over here also. Yeah. A minus D first. Please remember A minus D first. The subsequent first, then the preceding next. Okay. So A minus D minus A minus 3D. So this is A minus D minus A plus 3D. So A and A will get cancelled. It's minus D plus 3D, which will be 2D, not minus 2D, it's plus 2D. Okay. So all throughout, I'm getting the same difference 2D. So that's why it's an arithmetic progression. So instead of using as A as the middle value, here there is no such concept as middle value because they have 4 terms only, 4 parts only. Once, very rarely, only for once, 7 parts was asked. Can you guess what would be for 7 parts? Center will be A. Next here will be A plus D. This side will be A minus D. 3 terms over. This side will be A plus 2D. And this side will be A minus 2D. 5 terms over. And this side will be A plus 3D. And this side will be A minus 3D. So you can easily guess. That's it. So if you want to make a note of the 7 parts, yes, you can please. So almost this concept done. We have to go for series now. Okay. Yes, please. Yes, please join. Series is nothing but sum of the terms. Okay. Usually when we talk about series, we'll talk about sum of finite number of terms only, but there is a particular case with geometric progression, GP. We are not discussing GP as of now. So when we talk about series, it's about sum of finite number of terms. Okay. So if I have A1, A2, it's finite. What do you mean by finite? Actually, we'll talk about 2 types of sequence bar. One is finite sequence and one is infinite sequence. You very well know what do you mean by finite? A definite end is there. What is infinite? No end. It goes on. Okay. So if I'm talking about finite sequence, then the last term is known, which is AN. Okay. Or TN. Okay. What a series is, the notation uses capital S. Series capital S is equal to sum of the terms. Sum is summation. The summation symbol AI. I is equal to 1 to n. This is the formula. Okay. Actually, not the formula. By definition, this is a series. Since we are following arithmetic progression, what will be my first term? A. What will be the next term? A plus D. Goes on A plus 2D, A plus 3D. What is the last term? A plus n minus 1 into D. For convenience sake, let me have it as L. Okay. Earlier term will be L minus D. To travel to the right side, plus D. Reverse, minus. Okay. Now I'll find S. Yes, what is S? Add all the values. S means what? Summation. That's it. Add all the values. A plus D. Okay. Plus A plus 2D. Add all the terms. The last term is L. The earlier term is last but second term is L minus 2. Okay. I'll give a very tough mathematical problem. 2 plus 3. No doubt. 3 plus 2. Experts. Now tell me. Shall I write S is equal to L plus L minus D? So on up to A plus 2D. A plus D. Shall I write it? Yes. 2 plus 3 is 5. The same way, other way also true. Now I add everything. You call this as term by term addition. You have heard of this called term by term addition? This is what you call as term by term addition. We'll add this. Like this will add. This term and this term will be added. This term and this term will be added. Okay. See, everything is same only. We'll add term by term. What happens? S plus S. Yes. This one. A plus A. Sorry, A plus L. Right? This one. Plus D minus D will get cancelled. A plus L. The beauty of term by term addition is this common term will be cancelled always. See, this will be L minus 2D, right? So this 2D and this 2D will get cancelled. Okay, so this will be A plus L. All the terms will be A plus only, L only part. See, A plus L, right? Here, minus D plus D will get cancelled. So this is A plus L. All the terms will be A plus L. Now tell me how many terms will be there? 5. So many terms are here present. In general, how many terms we are taking? N term. And we are adding term by term. Here also A plus L will be for N terms. It will come for N times. Okay, now we'll go for another one problem. 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, 2 plus 2 plus value. Taking for 10 times. Value. Have you got 20? The same concept applies here. Shall I write this as N into A plus L? It appears for N times. The same value appears. This is what is multiplication table, right? Okay. So you know the multiplication table. 4 into 5. What does it mean? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 taken for 4 times. What is 5 into 4? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 taken for 5 times. See, the first number is always carries the N meaning. Okay. Now tell me. So this is nothing but 2s, right? You agree with me? This is 2s, which is N times of A plus L. And what is S? N into A plus L divided by 2. Okay. What is L actually? The last term. Nth term in general. So shall I substitute A plus N minus 1 into D in the formula here? So shall I write this as N by 2 into, okay, A plus N minus 1 into D. So this A and this A I simplify. So what I get? 2A plus N minus 1 into D. You may expect 3 questions from this. This is the overall formula where we write in all the application related problems. If a number is given, to find the series, we add this formula. Okay. Else, we can apply this as a formula. Instead of given D, N and other values, they'll give directly the last term. If the last term is given, you can directly substitute over here. Okay, so this is the second one you have to follow. And this is a very least case only. Once it was asked, the question was, what is N times of first and last series? What is the value? 2s. Okay. N times of multiplication is times. N times of first and last. It's nothing but 2 times of the series. Okay, this is a very rare one, so I place a star mark. Okay, it's not a usual question, but first and second is a usual question we take help of. Okay, if you write in wordings, shall I write like this? N times of, yeah, whenever you see like some addition, division by the same number of values, you represent as the word average. A plus, see, we were using A, B, C. P is nothing but A plus C by 2, average of the first and the last term. Like, so this is N times of, yes, average of first and last term. This wordings were often repeated in the exams. This is completely for problem sake. That is, they give some numbers, they ask to find the series used. Yes, you can please make a note of it. And so far, we have covered the concepts. After finishing this, I'll tell you what you have to do. What's the nature of A? It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be zero also. Fraction, positive, negative fraction, anything it can be. What could be D? It can be positive, it can be negative, also it can be zero. Take one example in each case. Probably you'll get 9 different sequences. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll get 9 sequences put together. For example, if I take A value as plus 2, D value as 0, what you'll get? 2, 2, 2. You call this as stagnating, same value. Okay. You take plus 2, 2, 4. You call this as increasing. After probably here you take minus 2, here you take minus 2. You find all the 9 sequences. You will find that when D is negative, whether A is positive or negative or 0, whatever it is, D is negative, the sequence will be a decreasing sequence. D is positive, the sequence will be a increasing sequence. So I request you to do this one. So this first assignment you're going to do now. Okay. Second assignment, after finishing the first one, second assignment, this is the question you have. If P the term of a AP is M. We have done this third problem. Fifth term is 14. Instead of 14, 13, 12, 15, 35, etc., they are giving us in algebraic structure. Pth term is M and Qth term is N. Okay. You are asked to find rth term. Okay. This is the real mathematics problem here. You are asked to find rth term. Can you make a try? Definitely you'll not get numbers here. All the values in terms of P, A, B, C, D only. That is, you have P, Q, R, M, and N only. Okay, so first one, finish it off, and second one, you make it right.